Greetings, fair and wondrous people across the grand and mighty spectrums of time, indeed the multiverse. I am Gordon Johans, and I am going to be reading out something from that I've written on my blog last night. So there we go. Do you know what's hilarious? Do you know what is abso-fucking-lutely funny? That these alt-right types and the neo-Nazis and the Trumpers, they think they've won. That they think they have even half a chance against the storm they are summoning upon themselves. You see, they attack me in droves, and you can see the pathetic glee in their comments as they think they are achieving something. I'm not even in the game, not yet. And frankly, if they shot me dead in the middle of the street, they'd probably be doing me a favour. Not that the cowards would ever risk incarceration. I am not someone they should be bothering with, and yet they waste so much of their energy and strength doing so very little, with the maximum possible outcome of achieving very fucking little. Now, fair play, some of them pulled off one hell of a coup and got fascism and white nationalist politics playing centre stage in the West again. That is an achievement. That is a feat. That should not be ignored or underestimated. Except that's the easy part. That's stage one. Ambushing an apathetic electorate that just wants to watch the political establishment burn is a triumph, but one that you sure as shit need to be able to follow up on. And I gotta say, these morons are hardly bringing the A game. They think we're going to sit back and let them oppress our friends and families, that we're going to hold off on twatting a Nazi because genocide may be the extinction of the species, but violence is just rude. They are wrong. We are not intimidated by their words or by the iron fist of law that they may seem temporarily to be, on their side. In the war to come, their privilege is their weakness. When you have lived your life thinking that the worst thing to happen to you is a pretty girl not liking you back, then you are not and never will be prepared to fight against someone who has lived their whole life standing defiantly against a world that thinks them lesser and tried to destroy them every step along the way. They say a rising tide lifts all boats. They're half right. The rising tide of social justice will benefit many of the privileged, freeing them from the straitjackets imposed on them by societal order. But if you can't swim and you aren't willing to float away from those old, outdated ideals, then you will drown in a tidal wave about to crash down upon you. War is coming. The politicians know it, the military is preparing for it, and the left will win it. Now here's something else for me. Despite all they have put me through, I might just be one of the very few people willing to show the Nazis and the alt-right any mercy. I want peace. If there is still a chance, I want to take it and hold on to it. If there is hope to avoid war, I will cling to it, and I pray to every god in the grand multiverse that the trolls will realize the joke stopped being funny a long time ago and avoid being caught up in the bloodshed to come. I want Trump to stand down. I want Stephen Bannon to resign. I want Milo to give up the act, and for the rest of the alt-right to go back to reading the Daily Mail and bitching about foreigners in peace without a shot more being fired. I want peace. I want to be merciful. These morons, however, seem determined to make World War III come about their heads. They are so arrogant and so angry and so ridiculously pathetic. They think they have won, and they think they hope that this is the part where they gloat and we admit defeat like the good little cuckoos we really are. Except what is a cuckoo? A cuckoo is an alien in the nest that gets under your skin, makes you care for it, then betrays you. A spy, in other words. And the left are oh so very good at that. We are the cuckoos, and we are coming to tear apart the alt-right from the inside. After all, with the safety of the nations at stake, this alt-right aberration cannot be allowed to persist. And they are so busy looking for outsiders, they'll never expect that their own alphas are working to undermine and destroy everything they believe in. We will try to avoid World War III. We will try to make peace. We will try to be merciful. But we will never give up, and we will never surrender, for in the face of genociders, the safety of the nation, the safety of humanity, depends upon the eradication of genocidal tendencies from power. The genocidal will have you believe this is a sign of hypocrisy. They're wrong! We aren't just going to kill the Nazis, we are going to purge every last Nazi from office, law enforcement, the military, education, and the health and wellness industry. What we are planning is the expulsion from society of genocidal tendencies. So if you are a fan of genocide, you better lose your ideals pretty fucking quickly. We aren't going to give up. This is not just going to be some mad spring of 2017's phenomenon. Every hour of every day, of every month, of every year, we will fight against the Nazis using all available methods until the threat of genocide has been defeated. If we don't, humanity falls and every living thing that matters dies. It really is that simple. So if you ever think for 1 second that we are going to stop our opposition to tyranny because a nice officer asked us to, then you really don't understand what it means to have nothing left to lose. They're shooting black kids dead on suspicion of stealing chocolate bars, while white kids are unlucky if they get so much as 3 months community service for raping someone on camera. Trans people can't go to the bathroom for fear that child molesters will exploit the opportunity presented, a thing that has never happened. Yet you go ahead and elect a man who has boasted about molesting women on camera. The mentally ill and disabled are mocked by presidential candidates, persecuted against, and left to rot by an uncaring society, while morons let a disproven scam bring back preventable diseases for fear of their kids being mentally ill. White guys are by far the greatest threat to society, committing rape after rape after rape, mass shooting after mass shooting, yet we bomb countries full of brown people, then leave them to die when the civilians flee to us for sanctuary. All because white people are such fragile little snowflakes. I'm telling you, we have nothing to lose and everything to fight for. The Nazis, however, are a bunch of privileged arseholes too stupid to understand just what kind of fire they are playing with. I'm not going to kill them. I don't need to. I'm not going to so much as lay a finger on them. I don't have to. The alt-right are going to disintegrate by virtue of their own stupidity, selfishness, and paranoia. They will turn on each other, turn on Trump, and destroy what little strength they may have actually got combined. If, by a miracle, they do hold together, though, and pose a threat to the safety of those I care about, I can guarantee you they won't pose that threat for long. A storm is coming, and we will be ready. I am Alexander Gordon-Johannes, and I ain't going anywhere, you cuck-phobic morons, so you better be in this for the long haul. We have given you a warning. We have given you an explanation, and we will persist. Silence will fall upon the genocidal. It is only a matter of time. Good luck. Thank you to all my Patreons at patreon.com for helping to make videos like this possible. If you wish to leave a like or dislike to rate the video for my analytics, that would be much appreciated. Comments are always welcome, though be aware that they will be moderated before being published, so please be civil. If you liked this video, please consider adding it to your favourites, sharing it to your friends, or subscribing. If you wish to help me out, or my channels, please consider whitelisting my videos in your adblock software, subscribing for monthly donations through Patreon, or giving a small one-off donation. Alternatively, I have a Steam wishlist for games I would consider Let's Playing or streaming, so if you would like to see me broken before the Dark Souls altar, or just happen to have gotten a duplicate of a game in a humble bundle, then you know what to do. I also have an official Facebook fan page, Twitter account, Tumblr, Reddit and blog, so you can stay up to date with all of my videos, blog articles and the things I care about. Links are in the video description. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. I think that all that now needs to be said is ban all guns, institute universal basic income now, and ensure government is elected by proportional representation Oh, and also, fuck the racists and fuck the alt-right.